I had a meltdown. I think that's what initiated. I had a meltdown because at the time, I was managing a vegan health food store that was connected to a vegan restaurant, and they had a lunch program. Now, I would wake up, and I wasn't driving. I didn't have a car. So I would, and I'm like, mind you, I'm probably like, how old was I? I had just turned, I turned 21. So I know I was 8 because I was legal to drink. So I had been in my early 20s. I'm legal to drink. And I had been with this team for maybe a good 3 years. But they end up making me, because I had all these like fresh ideas, and they end up making me the manager, like managing the health food store and doing their lunch program. So I would get up, I would get an Uber. Well, at the time I would get a cab. We didn't have Uber. I would get a cab, and he would take me to each location. I would get up and make the lunch, bring that over there to the health food store, cook that in the restaurant, bring that to the health food store, and then go over to the school, take the cab to the school to then help with the lunch program. And I mean, it was an amazing opportunity, which I even now, like, looking back, like, I kind of squandered because I was so young and immature and, like, didn't really see the big opportunity of it. I was still moving scared, But, yeah, so those were my days. And I was making, like, $500 a week at the time. So, and I would just, I would be exhausted. Like, I'm not even using the money. I'm not using it at all. Like, I don't have the time to use it. And my brother, John, he would come in the health food store every day. He would just sit in the corner, set up his laptop, and he would just watch. He would, like, watch the operation. And it was just me at first. And then I got my sister, my younger sister, and I got my twin sister. I'm a twin, and John is a twin. So we all in there, and we just, radiate in that store. Like, people are coming in. It was also connected to, like, physically across the street was a psychiatrist's office, and people would come, and I'm telling you, like, I didn't notice how much energy I was giving out until one day. I will never forget his name, Mr. Yahuda. You see this, Mr. Yahuda, if you're still here, I pray all is well for you, but thank you. But he came in the store, and he was just like, bro. He was like, yo, you are all over this place. Like, you got to start closing yourself. Like, your energy is, like, all over this place, and you're too open. And I was like, the fuck, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm too open. I immediately thought it was like he was saying sexual, and I immediately got offended.
Okay, well, check this out. First of all, you throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth.
I'm like, yo, bro, what are you talking about? He was like, yo, and he gave me an analogy of, like, when you go out and you wear a white shirt, when you wear white, dirt attracts faster. And he was like, you're open, your spirit, your energy is open a lot. So be careful, because you attract, like, negative or all types of energy that wants that. And it was so many people that come into that store, and they would just be like, oh my God, I didn't even know y'all was here. Or they'd come in and they'd say, I only went to get something, but they end up sitting and they end up telling me, like, their life stories. Like, I spoke to, like, atheists, and all types of people would just come in and just, like, tell me all their business, and I didn't even ask a single question. Like, I'm showing you these products, being my go-lucky self. So later, I still didn't understand. It wasn't until, like, much, much later, and I would come home, and before I knew it, I would just start crying and don't even know why I'm crying, And again, this is me not really understanding my gifts, not really understanding how to navigate through that universe, that energy universe, and shift the energy, like, not take it all the way in, because I was a sponge, I took everybody's energy in. So it was just like, so at that point, and my brother John, he would come every day. So yeah, once I had like a meltdown, like a real, like, mental meltdown, because I internalized a lot. I didn't, like, have an outlet, and I didn't say much. I didn't share. I had people there who I could share it with. I just chose not to share because I had limiting belief, thinking like, oh, they're sharing me their problems. I don't want to then in return share my problems and burden them. They already have problems because they're talking to me about it. So again,